the big storyline right now as it relates to the Padres. And the free agent window is now open. Conversations are taking place, and we have to just wait and see what's going to transpire with who signs first. And I know there's a common thread out there, John, that says, well, everybody wait for Ohtani to sign. But Ohtani doesn't impact the second tier of marquee free agents, the kind of guys that the Padres would go after. Let's start, first of all, with the Dodgers. The Dodgers and Andrew Friedman obsessed with Ohtani. The Dodgers have cleared $98 million in payroll commitments. The Lance Lynns, the Noah Syndergaards, J.D. Martinez, Peralta, Urias, they're all off the Padre books now. So they've cleared $98 million to use. Now, obviously, the Ohtani situation could be $40 million to $50 million to start. If you couple that with Blake Snell, then they're done in free agency. Now, there's going to be a lot of bidding for Snell. I think Ohtani is at least 5 years, 200. That's 40 to start.
Yeah.
I think you can get Snell for maybe 4 years, $100 million, though the Dodgers historically have never given pitchers big, extended, long-term contracts. So that's that. The third one is the Japanese pitcher, Yamamoto. But that's going to entail a bidding war, I believe, with the Mets and the Yankees. This guy had a 1.21 ERA in Japan last year for the Oryx Buffaloes. He's only 25. He's been a frontline starter for the last 5 years. He's coming. Question is, can you afford Ohtani and Yamamoto? Or can you just sign Snell and Ohtani? And then how does this bidding war with the Yankees and the Mets figure in on the Japanese pitcher? So that's the Dodgers. Padres going after one-year rentals. I believe that they are making offers to Milwaukee for Corbin Burnes, who's got 1 year left on his contract. The guy's a horse. And he comes at, I think it's 10 to 12 million. You can't afford that. You worry about next year. If he pitches you into the playoffs in the World Series, maybe you sign him. Big money extension. Corbin Burnes, Milwaukee. They have a history dealing with the Brewers. Shane Bieber, Cleveland. He's kind of odd man out because they got so many young arms. That's a 1 year rental. They have a history of dealing with the people in Cleveland. Dylan Cease, White Sox, starter. 1 year left on his contract. They've dealt with the Chi Sox in the past. I think they're going to look at ex-Yankee pitcher Luis Severino. He pitched really well for 3 years, has had physical problems the last calendar year. I think you can buy low on him. And I think the whole game plan here is let's rent one or two pitchers that we can either trade for or sign at lower prices. Wait for Rob Snelling to get here, maybe at midseason once he gets a little bit more under his belt at AA, and hope that Adrian Morion, who you paid a lot of money for, finally pays off this year. It takes time for young arms to get there. So that's the theory I have on the Dodgers. What do you think they're going to do? And the Padres, what should they do?
Well, for the Padres, these 1 year things kind of make sense, right? Because that's what Seth Lugo was, and that's what Waka was, and that's kind of what Nick Martinez was. So yeah, that makes sense. I think you can kind of plug and play there and hopefully get some quality guys. The international prospects are the ones I'm curious about because the Yamamoto from Japan and Lee is the other one, but I think he's a hitter, right?
He's a center fielder, Jeonhu Lee.
Okay, is he Korean, I think?
Yes, yeah. And he has a relationship with Ha-Sung Kim.
Right.
But he might be going to Yankee Stadium, which means the price is going to be probably higher.
Yeah, see, I'm intrigued by these international free agents because sometimes you can get lightning in a bottle there. Now, when we were watching the World Baseball Classic, was Yamamoto the really dominant pitcher for Japan? I mean, that guy was hella good. So he's legit. He can come into Major League Baseball right now and perform.
Okay, the Dodgers, what do you think happens? Ohtani won? You going to get him?
Well, they're going to go for Ohtani, but there's still going to be a bidding war on that guy. Snell to the Dodgers sounds weird to me. I've heard online that Snell was thinking about the Cardinals, and he was kind of mentioning, the Cardinals. That's an interesting angle as well. But if Snell went to the Dodgers, it'd be like when Kevin Brown went to the Dodgers. It was a Padre fan. It's just sacrilege, but Blake's going to seek out the best deal. I hope there's
Scott
a way.
Boras is going to seek out the best deal on behalf of Blake Snell.
For sure he will.
So that'll be a bidding war.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes. I'm hoping the Padres can maybe retain Snell. We'll see.
Okay, you're a baseball fan. You're an Aztec fan, friend, alum. Jump on board Fans Forum now so you can ask questions. We can give you answers. Your response, the Brady Hoax storyline, shoved, retired, pushed. Who do you like on my list? And of course, we want to hear from you. Dodgers, Ohtani, and who else? Padres, who? Feel free to join us, Fans Forum, when we're done. We go from baseball